It's a very wet weekend, so I am planning on just having a cosy one at home. I've got lots of things that I want to do. I've got a pan of lovely vegetable soup on the stove, which I'm looking forward to shortly for lunch. And I've got some apples still to use up, so I would really like to make something with those. I'm thinking some sort of muffin or maybe a tray bake that I can cut up. It will be apple and pecan because that's what I've got. I just need to find a recipe. I always reach for the Deliciously Ella cookbook. This is the plant-based cookbook, and I've talked about this many times. I always use the muffin recipe from here or the banana breakfast loaf recipe. Both are fantastic. They don't contain refined sugar or any butter, but they're both excellent recipes. I often make the banana loaf and just turn it into muffins, or I make the banana loaf but I add whatever fruit I've got. So quite often it will be whatever's in the fruit bowl. So it might be banana, it might be apple, or it might be blueberries from the fridge or the freezer, or a combination of all of them, or pears as well. So I take recipes and I just sort of mix and match what I've got. I also have a couple of Fern Cotton cookbooks, so I think I'll have a quick look in there and just see if she's got any kind of apple tray bake muffin cake recipe, just for a wee change. But yeah, I think I'm going to probably end up back with the Deliciously Ella one because that's what I always do. I think, what time is it? I've been to the gym this morning, and I'm quite hungry, so I might have some soup first and then bake. Don't think I can wait till after I've put stuff in the oven before I have lunch because I am getting hungry now. So I'll wee flick through the books. Got a few bits and pieces to do this weekend. I just want to get a few bits done with the boxes. I've got other stuff to wrap, and I always like to make little elements that go, you know, for the packaging and stuff. So I'm thinking of doing something like that. I don't think there's going to be any beautiful sunny coastal walks today, although in saying that, the rain has stopped, and I think it is to stop for a couple of hours this afternoon. I'm not sure whether I'll get out for a walk or not. Tomorrow looks torrential rain. Again, I don't know what this storm is. It's not Babette, that was last week, so I'm guessing it's another one. I don't think it's to be too bad down here though, just a yellow warning, which is usually a bit of wind and rain. So yeah, it'll be another cosy day home tomorrow, I think. Maybe it'd be nice if I get on with my cardigan a bit as well, my crochet cardigan, because I have been picking it up here and there. I've literally done like a handful of rows, so I haven't got much done, just been a bit busy last week. Right, I'm gonna get on with finding a recipe and then get some lunch. I've got a cake ready to go in the oven. I didn't film it because I've filmed an awful lot of baking lately and I didn't think you needed to see me mixing up ingredients again. Although somebody's going to ask me for the recipe and I don't really have one. I kind of used the one out of the book. I'll show you that actually. If you want to screenshot the recipe, you can pause the video and screenshot it. So I didn't use bananas, I just used quite a lot of apples. Well, they were small. Didn't use coconut milk. I did use actual milk. Oh, and I did add some oil actually. I went off-piste, but it turns out I didn't go as off-piste as I thought. I usually just use the recipe to get the weight of the flour and sugar, etc. So I used self-raising flour. I did use coconut sugar, but I used about half of that because I always find things too sweet. And I added baking powder and bicarbonate and lots of cinnamon, like a heaped teaspoon probably. Because I'm not using mashed bananas, the recipe was so dry, it just wouldn't, there's no way it would have came together. So Deliciously Ella would not be happy to know that I added 2 eggs. And it was still too dry, so I just poured in some milk and some oil, because I know that that's what goes into normal muffins anyway. It was very dry, but I'm thinking once the apples cook, it's actually going to end up being quite a juicy mixture, so I maybe shouldn't have made it quite so wet. But it will be fine, I'm sure. And I've added some pecans, which I have just squished onto the top and pushed them down a little bit. So I'm going to get that in the oven. That will probably take 20-25 minutes maybe. I'll come and check it after that. I've got some dishes to do now, and I think I'll go and sit down for 5 minutes while it cooks. My cake seems to be done, and I think that looks pretty good. I am looking forward to cutting that up in a little bit, maybe have a slice with coffee, see how it is, but it is cooked. The bottom looks perfectly cooked as well. I think maybe I should have cut the apples a bit smaller because they seem a little bit hard, but still softened, but yeah, maybe should have grated them or made them a bit smaller, but never mind. I'll let you know how it tastes when I try it. Whilst the cake has been baking in the oven and now it's cooling, I've just sat down in the sitting room to do a few jobs. So I've just been making up some more cards that I put stitch markers on when I send them out. You guys have loved all the stitch markers that I showed you, and I'm just making up a new supply of the little bears. So I've had to order in more of these ones and the ones with the little jumpers on. So cute. These have been so popular, so I'm just making up a load more of these right now. I've got my tools here, and I've got Gaina on the telly catching up with her Vlogtober. She is Tales from Cuckoo Land. It's stopped raining, but yeah, quite happy just to be pottering about in the house. Side by side, our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through, no limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
does it take to be happy? How many times do you have to feel lonely before you get the chance to meet someone, before you get to meet someone like you? How many songs can you write about heartbreak? How to go on when you're fed up with mistakes? Maybe I just found the answers. Maybe I just found the answers in you. Come give me all your love. I want you to know we can make it together. Let the wind blow. All we need is each other. Come take my hand. You're all that I have now. I won't let you go, 'cause I found all the answers.
It's another Monday again and it's lunchtime and I'm just sitting down to a nice bowl of soup to warm up with. I feel like my last few days of Vlogtober videos are not going to have much in them. I've been busy getting ready to pack my Christmas boxes, just going over checking numbers and stuff, and wrapping up more stuff because I didn't wrap like everything all in one go. So just, yeah, making sure I've got everything done really, and I can't film that. Because I'm doing all that, I'm not quite sure when I'm going to get the Christmas project bags finished either. They just need the drawstrings, but it's also just a case of putting that aside for a little while and getting on with the boxes, which really need to go out first. I had a big response to the aloe vera babies, so they've all got new plant mamas now, so yeah, they'll all have new homes. I need to sort them out as well. Wednesday, which is the 1st of November, oh my god, we've got a little tea party for volunteers at the palace, so I'm going to go along to that. That will be nice. We've also been told that that is our like Christmas thank you kind of thing, so I might as well go to that if we're not going to get something else in December. And yeah, it'd be nice just to catch up with some of my other volunteer friends as well. So that is Wednesday, which would be really nice if I get all caught up on all the other jobs that I need to do, and then I could just have a nice relaxing and fun Wednesday afternoon. I can't believe it's a month until December, and then that'll be Christmas tree going up and everything like that. I will be back for Vlogmas. I'll probably do it, well, I'll definitely do it in the same format as I've done Vlogtober. I might try and make the videos a bit shorter though, because they've been quite long every week, which has been good, but I don't know, I just feel like everybody's got so many other videos to watch, especially at Vlogmas. There'll be loads to watch, so don't want mine to be too long. It feels like once I get started I can't stop though. I know a lot of people who've been doing vlogging or Vlogtober and stuff say that it's a good thing for them to focus on in what would normally be like a boring month or whatever. And it is, it's nice just to turn your thoughts to finding something interesting to video. I guess it's a bit of mindfulness where you're focusing on finding something good, finding a little bit of joy, finding something to share, stuff like that. So I think it's a really good exercise all round. And then you as a viewer get to join in that as well, which is nice. So that feeling, not only do I get it making the videos, you get it watching them too, which is nice. Right, I'm going to eat my soup before it gets cold. I'm not sure what else is going to be in this video, but I will try and film more today. If not today, then tomorrow I'll try and do some interesting things that I can show you. I can't show you what I'm sewing, but my machine is being a bit glitchy. It's been really annoying, like jumping stitches, and the thread's been getting a bit chewed up. So I've done the most obvious thing, which is to rethread it, the bobbin and the top thread, and it's still causing a problem. So I think what I need to do is give it a bit of a clean, because as you can see it's a bit dusty, very dusty. So I think a clean ought to help. Maybe I will give it an oil as well. The last time I showed you cleaning out my machine, I got loads of messages from viewers saying it prompted you guys to clean your machine out as well, and it was a bit of a game changer. So let's all give our machine a clean again, or if you haven't already done so. I'm going to take the thread out just so I can rethread it again once it's had a clean. So I would recommend using some cotton buds. I just damp it a little bit and then all the dust will stick to it just nicely. So take apart your machine as much as you can, or as much as you feel comfortable doing. I might actually take the plate off as well, because the last time I took it off it was filthy underneath, full of fluff, so I might do that just to give it a really good clean, because I think it's going to need it. Yeah, my machine is absolutely filthy. If you're going to do this, I would recommend just getting the cotton bud down everywhere you possibly can. Obviously get a new cotton bud when your old one gets really disgusting. I would suggest you switch your machine off. Obviously I haven't done it because I'm keeping the light on. My feet are nowhere near the pedals, or the pedal, there's only one. Yeah, it would be safer to switch it off really. But do as I say, not do as I do. I'm going to give that a good clean, maybe get a bit of oil in there, and then clean the top bit as well, just anywhere that you can get in basically. Just give it a wipe and you'll pick up loads of dust. It's Tuesday morning, and whilst my porridge cooks I think I'm going to get ahead of dinner tonight. I'm going to make this tart, but I'm not using blue cheese, it's just going to be cheddar because I don't like blue cheese. And I've got a leek in the fridge, so I thought this would be delicious. I am actually following the recipe, cheesy oatmeal pastry, so it's got flour and oatmeal in it, which I just happen to have oatmeal, and cheese as well. It does ask for lard, but I don't use lard, I'm just using butter. So that's all the ingredients there, ready to go in the food processor and make up a pastry, which sounds delicious. It does say the thing that really sets the tart apart is the pastry. So I'm looking forward to trying that, and anything with sautéed leeks is just going to be delicious. I've got a mega busy day today. I've got so much to do. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, so I'm going to just get on. Future Rachel will be so glad that the pastry has been prepared. I'm going to saute off the leeks to later on today when I'm getting my lunch, because I'm probably going to have scrambled egg and mushrooms on toast for lunch. So while that cooks I can sort out the leeks, and then by tea time it'll just be all ready to be assembled, which shouldn't be too much hassle at all. So I'm going to get on with this and sit down to my porridge in a minute when that's ready.
People knew her by her will, to make it whatever she put her mind to. Late night hours up the hill.
That's my pastry done. I've put it on a silicone baking sheet, which I think is going to be the best thing to roll it out on afterwards. I usually use a beeswax wrap, but I seem to have made quite a bit more pastry than I normally would, so I don't think it would fit on the one I've got. So I'm going to wrap that up now, stick it in the fridge, and then try and remember to get it out half an hour before I need it at tea time so that I can roll it, otherwise it will be solid. I didn't show you the cookbook either, I'll tell you which one that is. This is the Yo Valley Farm cookbook. They make yoghurt and butter and stuff here in the UK, and it's called the Great British Farmhouse Cookbook. I have used it a few times. I can't remember what for. Cookies I know I've made, but there's some really nice recipes in, just proper home cooking, comfort food, a lot of them, like pies and cakes and stuff. I can't really remember, there's a lot in there I wouldn't eat. Well, that sounds nice. But yeah, as with most cookbooks, I suppose there's stuff you like and stuff you don't like. Oh, that looks delicious. Lots in here, it actually sounds good. Yeah, so that's cookbook. Right, I'm going to get my breakfast now.
She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone. She knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survived the wheel. Even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go? Where's your heart at? Why'd you fall back? Lately your afterglow is shining brighter, waking up an easy egg.
I'm just on watering duties a day late because it should be Mondays, but today's Tuesday. And I've just noticed my little cactus up here is going to flower for the first time ever. This is a little one that I must have propagated myself years ago, and it has just grown, well, it feels like slowly, but it's never flowered. And there's another bud somewhere up the top as well, so got that excited plant mama feeling of flowers coming. So I haven't moved this one at all, it's always lived up here. This is my sitting room, which is north facing. It looks quite light at the moment, but it doesn't get the sun shining in it directly ever. So a lot of corners are kind of dark, so down here's kind of, looks bright on the camera, but it's really not a bright kind of corner. So yeah, I'd never moved this one, so it just goes to show yeah, maybe what I said the other week was a load of rubbish. It's obviously in an okay position likewise, which is kind of interesting. Down in this corner I've got, this is called a cast iron plant, and it's supposed to be completely indestructible. They were really popular in, I think it was the Victorian times, because they would survive anywhere in people's homes. And it's doing quite well, there's lots of new growth, there's new leaves. All the leaves do go quite dry at the ends, and I'm trying to counteract that by spraying it, but it doesn't really seem to make any difference because I have been spraying the new leaves, and yet every leaf is dry on the end, so I'm not really sure what else I can do. But yeah, apparently they're fine in houses, they cope well with neglect, etc. So don't think there is much I can do. And I've got another aloe vera here, which doesn't look great, to be honest. It's all a bit floppy. There's a little baby on the other side of that as well. But I don't throw anything out unless it's properly dead, so it won't be getting thrown out. I'm getting whacked by a tail here for some attention. Don't think I showed you my bookshelf after I had decorated and refilled it. I've moved another couple of the Schlumbergers up here, and I've got another one here which is flowering, beautiful. So I've got all my books up there, Millie Johnson, one of my favourites, Veronica Henry. I know I've mentioned this a lot of times, but I always get asked about my favourite authors. I'll show you, if I remember later on, what I'm reading now, because I had to choose a new book. So everything's gone back kind of as it was, but I've moved a few things, taken a few things off. These are all Christmas books, and then a few extra non-Christmassy ones there. And then I've just got the other few shelves still to finish off really. I've got a few jigsaws on that one. And then the bottom one is still kind of empty because I'm still working my way through the magazines that I need to sort out. I think that'll be a slow going job. And I've moved a little plant here onto my shelf as well. That was on the kitchen windowsill. I'm hoping it's going to be happy there. It does like a lot of humidity, so I'm going to have to remember to mist it. And I brought a cactus in from a greenhouse. This put on so much growth over the summer in the greenhouse. Like so much. It's amazing. I've never really put my cactuses out in the greenhouse before, but I am definitely going to do it from now on.
To make you feel like I do. And just for a second, you're looking at me, making me feel like
this one is a Monstera. I was looking it up though, because obviously Monsteras typically have the holy leaves, and they don't get the holes in the leaves until they are 2 to 3 years old. So mine is obviously quite a young one, which makes it even more exciting because every time I get a new leaf now, I'm going to be waiting to see if I get any split leaves. But I don't see any new leaves coming yet. But down in the pot there, I mean, there's more than one plant in that pot. I mean, oh look, a little bit of new growth there. Oh, I'm going to be on leaf watch now for that. Yeah, so that's one plant, and then there are lots of different little plants in there. I'm a bit hesitant to split them up because I've done that in the past with plants and they haven't been too happy, so I'll leave this, although I'm so tempted just to take that tiny little bit out because look, this just seems to be like one little plant on its own. I would like that in a little pot, that would be nice, and then I could have it on a windowsill or something up in the sewing room. So yeah, this one was a new one and it's now like the biggest leaf, so it's going to be a monster. So I've given it a spray. I'm just going to give it a quick water and then continue with the rest of the plants.
I'm trying to breathe, but the air feels just like water. You're making me weak now. What doesn't kill you makes you. Our hands touch once or twice. We should let them intertwine. I'm looking at you and I feel the tension. You know, this could be like heaven. I am right here, doing my best to make you feel like I do. Just for a second, you're looking at me, making me feel like maybe you want this too. Give me your attention.
I'm just about to put my tart in the oven. I only ended up using half the pastry because I've only got a small loose pie tin, if you call it, and I've got way too much filling. It has spilt out a little bit and I've had to scoop out some of the liquid, so I think this is probably going to rise in the oven and then probably spill down the sides, but I can't do much about that now, so I'm going to stick it in the oven now and hope for the best. Wish me luck.
Can I come close? I don't know how to play this. You know, this could be like heaven. I am right here, doing my best to make you feel like I do.
It's a pretty horrible day weather-wise. It's raining, it's dull, but I need to get these photos taken, so I'm going to do a little photo shoot of the project bags that I've got made, the Christmassy themed ones. I'll just use the editing on the camera to lighten the photos up a little bit. This one's a really nice plummy purple. It's coming out such a strange colour, the background. I'll definitely try and edit it so that I can get the colour right, but it's so cute with the little mittens. And I've picked out some stitch markers for the photographs that match. So I've got a little scarf there. I've got this Christmas Snoopy. I've got the little polar bears with their jumpers and scarves. And then I've brought some of the little bells. I've got the snowman and I brought Santa Claus. Oh no. Maybe if you can't hear that one, does that mean you can't believe? You don't believe? That one might have to be mine then. It's a little faulty one, doesn't have a jingle in it. Yeah, because they match the fabrics that I've got for the project bag, so I always like to put a little stitch marker on the bag for the photos. Stitch markers are not included with the bag, but they are all available in my shop. So I'm going to get on with these photos because I do still have one last thing to do for the Christmas boxes before I pack them. But that will definitely be happening this week, and I'm so glad. A lot of things have been put on hold this week so that I could get on with stuff for the boxes, so it's been pretty full on, hence why I don't think there's going to be a lot of very interesting footage in this vlog, because I haven't been out, I haven't been doing anything else really. Yeah, so I'm going to get these bags photographed and then I need to go on the computer and do another little job for the boxes. I'm about to give a little spoiler for the Christmas boxes, so if you don't want to see the packages going in them, look away now. Tilly's having fun there playing amongst the boxes. It's a good job I have a really big sitting room because it has been taken over today with Christmas box packing. I need a cup of tea and I thought the Christmas mug is allowed to be used today, surely. And plus it's November, so I kind of think the Christmas mugs are going to start creeping out. But I am ready to pack. I'm just having a little breather. I've just made the boxes, got everything ready, and I'm just going to pack. I could be there a while. I think I'm going to end up with quite a sore back, so I just want to get on with it and get some to the post office. Because of the size of the boxes though, I don't think I'll be able to take many at a time, which is kind of annoying. The post office is in a W. Smith in a shopping centre, so I have to park in the car park, get in. Luckily there's a lift because the post office is up the stairs in W. Smith. Otherwise I wouldn't fancy lugging big bags up the stairs. But I'm just having a cup of tea and preparing myself to get started. It's now safe to look back.